She's a former DACA recipient, and because of a couple of challenges in her life, which we're about to talk about, she was unable to renew her work permit in January of this year. She was in an altercation with the Harris County Sheriff's Office Department a couple of days ago, and there is a video circling online that went viral. What we are hoping to do today is to ask once again for transparency, and we're asking once again for our families to be treated in the same manner that any other family was, and to be able to get the answers that they deserve. Up until today, up until this time, they have yet to be able to see Iris. They don't know her condition, and they have not physically been able to talk to her ever since the altercation happened. Obviously, this family is very concerned because they don't know the state of their loved one. And at the same time, we are asking the Harris County Sheriff's Office, as well as the other offices, to investigate this and to come to a full resolve for the family. The images in the video are quite disturbing because it clearly shows an excessive use of force by police officers. So what we're asking for is what led to this, and we're asking for transparency to make sure that procedure was followed when it came to Iris. We understand now, at this point, that Iris was suffering from mental health issues, and she has had mental health issues for a very long time. And because of the family's immigration status and because of a variety of factors, they have not been able to get the full support and the full resources that should be available to them. So, as always, we're giving the Harris County Sheriff's Office the benefit of the doubt. And once again, we're asking for a full investigation and for full transparency, and if need be, for either charges or disciplinary actions be taken against these officers who are clearly seen using excessive force on Iris. So, hoy tenemos a la familia en la mañana, se nos llamó por las familias de Ester Gonzalez, conocida como Iris, aquí con nosotros. Y ella, la familia de Isis, perdón, nos explicó que ella ha tenido problemas mentales ya por varios años. Isis es una recipiente de DACA, aunque este año por una situación, otra crisis que ella tuvo, otra falta de recursos que ella tuvo, ella no pudo renovar su permiso de trabajo. Hace unos días ocurrió un altercado con miembros de la fuerza del Harris County Sheriff's Office y salió un video a lucir que enseña lo que nosotros creemos es uso exceso de fuerza en contra de ISIS. So, lo que estamos pidiendo hoy es que haya transparencia. También estamos pidiendo que la familia pueda visitar a su ser querido, ya que han pasado ya varios días y ellas hasta hoy no tienen ninguna razón o no han podido ver a su familiar. So, queremos transparencia, queremos que haya eso. Y ahora vamos a mostrar el video para después tener la reacción de la familia. So now we'll show the video, so then we can have the family react and give their statement afterwards.
Damn. Oh. All right.
So as you can see, Iris is surrounded by various officers, including these officers right here, but there, she seems like she's just fighting, trying to defend herself, but she's not brandishing a weapon or anything like that. And once again, we don't know what her state of mind was leading up to that, but that's the other thing that we're hoping to see. Obviously, the family is very affected by this, and obviously they have seen this, they have been sent this video numerous times, and we are asking for clarity from the Harris County Sheriff's Office as well as other entities involved. So, obviamente este video afecta mucho a la familia, se lo han mandado ya muchísimas veces y lo que queremos es que ellos tengan, se pueda resolver su caso y pues ellos puedan tener las respuestas que ellos merecen. Vemos en el video que ISIS llega a un punto donde no se está defendiendo, pero se está tratando de proteger de los golpes violentos de un oficial, y queremos de nuevo que tengamos todas las respuestas para poder nosotros tener respuestas con nuestra comunidad, y si hubo alguna falta del departamento del alguacil del condado Harris, que haya cargos disciplinarios o cargos formales establecidos en contra de ellos. So, con ustedes voy a presentar a Cynthia, que es hermana de Isis. She only speaks Spanish, so we can do this either two ways. Either I can translate simultaneously, or I can do a synopsis of her at the end. I don't know what you guys would prefer.
Cynthia Calderón.
Calderón. A synopsis at the end? Okay, so we'll have her first give her statement in Spanish, and then we'll quickly translate it into English after. So no la voy a interrumpir, usted hable y diga lo que tenga que decir. Okay?
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Cynthia Calderón. Primero que nada, lo que nosotros buscamos es justicia para mi hermana, que esto no se quede así, queremos llegar hasta las últimas consecuencias y también pedimos que queremos verla, porque ayer fuimos a la cárcel para poderla ver y no nos dejaron entrar. Ahora venimos saliendo de la corte porque tenía corte a las 9 de la mañana y tampoco estuvo presencial porque está con el médico y pues nosotros queremos que se esclarezca todo y llegar hasta las últimas consecuencias.
¿Qué fue lo que pasó? ¿Por qué intervinieron con ella?
Pues realmente no sabemos. Nosotros solo sabemos lo que vimos en el video y pues como le digo, queremos llegar hasta las últimas consecuencias, que se esclarezca todo y queremos saber si podemos ver los videos policiales de las cámaras corporales para que se esclarezca todo.
Dicen que ella tiene algunos problemas mentales. ¿Cómo es ella? ¿Y qué problemas son estos? Y si ella podría realmente ser una amenaza para algún servidor público, ser una persona violenta de acuerdo a esos problemas mentales.
Ella padece de esquizofrenia y bipolaridad. No creo que ella sea una amenaza para un servidor público.
¿Puede contar la historia desde los 17 años?
Sí, bueno, nosotros venimos de Honduras, ¿verdad? Y pues, bueno, lo voy a contar a relucir desde los 17 años. Ella se iba de la casa, aparecía, luego se volvía a ir, y no fue hasta que la internaron en el hospital que nos dimos cuenta que ella padecía de esquizofrenia. Y a raíz de eso, hace como 4, creo, 5 años, no recuerdo, es que le diagnosticaron la esquizofrenia a ella.
¿Y bipolaridad?
Sí.
So in short, this is Isis' sister. ¿Cuál es su nombre completo de
Cynthia
ella?
Calderón.
No, de Isis.
Isis Gabriela Calderón.
So her name, even though she appears in Harris County detention as Ester Gonzalez, her name is Isis Calderon. So Isis has suffered from mental health issues since she was 16, excuse me, and that's when she started kind of leaving her house, started wandering around the neighborhood, and then she's been in and out of mental health care and institution, and she's now she's at the point where we don't know what led to what happened to her in this video, but the family at this moment asked for them to be able to see footage, because up until today they still don't know what happened that led to this, and they do not know why this had to happen to begin with. I mean, we know that she had issues with police prior, but obviously, as you can see in the video, we feel once again that there's an excessive use of force when ISIS is just not doing anything, and this officer in particular continues to strike and kick ISIS. So, una de las cosas que queremos también recalcar es que queremos saber qué llevó a este punto. Sabemos que que algo puede haber pasado que nos llevó a este punto, pero lo que sí queremos hacer claro, si queremos una respuesta, es que cuando vemos que ISIS ya no está peleando, que se está tratando de proteger, este oficial en particular todavía continúa a golpear y a patear a ISIS en lo que ya se está haciendo para atrás.
So you summed up the statement, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, did you answer the questions that were asked also?
So the question that was asked, ¿qué pregunta era?
¿Cuáles son sus
Oh,
padecimientos?
so
Si ella puede ser
what
una persona
she what was she diagnosed with? She was diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar, and a bipolar disorder, and the family was trying to get adequate care, but it was difficult because she kept going in and out of the system. And the second question was? Okay.
Si ella podía ser una persona violenta que puede llevar a un tipo de agresión.
So ¿ustedes creen que puede ser una persona violenta?
No creo que sea una persona violenta. Y también pienso de que, o sea, no era necesario de que ellos hicieran, son 3 personas contra una sola. O sea, no creo que haya sido necesidad de ser tan violentos con ella.
So the question was asked if they believe she was a violent person, and the answer is no, we don't believe that she was a violent person, but more importantly is that if there was 3 officers there, what led them to be so violent with her at that time? And from what we understand right now, is she was indeed not brandishing a weapon. There wasn't an immediate threat that led to this result. But we don't know the full story because once again, we have not been able to see the video. So that's one of the important things that we ask is that the sheriff is very diligent in releasing the video so then the family and the community can get answers. So una de las cosas que queremos también esclarecer es que no sabemos qué llevó a esto, por qué ellos usaron tanta fuerza, si hasta como entendemos en este momento, ISIS no produjo ninguna pistola o arma para intimidar a los oficiales. Y lo que pedimos es que sabemos que pueden salir otros detalles o queremos que por lo menos a la familia se le deje ver los videos para que podamos así tener las respuestas para la familia y para la comunidad.
¿Por qué dos nombres? ¿Por qué Gabriela perdón, Esther en corte y ella se llama Isis Gabriela?
Porque ella no está bien mentalmente. Ella no recuerda su nombre.
So why the 2 names? Why does one name appear on the court docket and another name? She has another legal name because she's not well mentally, so she sometimes goes by one name or another name because she herself has trouble remembering her name or knowing who she is.
Dicen que no la han visto, fueron a la cárcel, no se la dejaron ver, pero en corte, ¿se la dejaron ver? ¿Qué pasó en corte?
No se presentó. No se presentó supuestamente porque está en el médico. Y lo que yo pienso es que a lo mejor está lastimada de su cara, por eso no quisieron que ella fuera a corte.
So today they went to court and were they able to see her in court or at the jail? The answer is no. Today she also did not show up to court, and what we fear is that she did not show up to court. They told us she was in the infirmary, and what we fear is that she's so badly beaten that they didn't want her to show up in court that way.
Did you mention what she's charged with at court? What do they charge
No,
her with?
we haven't, sí, sabemos qué cargos tiene ella.
Sí.
Okay. ¿Qué cargos tiene ella?
Tiene por resistirse al arresto, por no presentar una identificación y por asalto a un oficial, a un servidor público.
So the charges that we know that she has so far is resisting arrest, not producing an ID, and she has a potential charge for assaulting a police officer.
Is this close to her home, what we're seeing here?
Esto está cerca de su casa, lo que estamos viendo
Sí,
aquí.
sí,
¿Qué tan cerca está de la
como
casa?
unos 8 minutos.
Okay, so it's about 8 minutes away from their house.
¿Qué negocio es ese?
Excuse me?
¿Eso es un negocio? ¿Eso es...
Oh, sí,
Es una gasolinera.
Es una gasolinera. So this is a gasoline station that she was outside of. And there was from what we understand from so far the information that we got from Harris County Sheriff's officers, there was a call put in by somebody inside of the store, and that's what prompted them to show up that day. So lo que tenemos ahorita es que si hubo una llamada de alguien y eso los llevó a que se presentaran ese día ahí.
También quieren saber cómo fue la llamada para que vinieran los policías.
Sí.
Y también habían mencionado que ella normalmente es el área donde anda y tal vez los policías ya
Ya la
habían tenido
conozcan.
interacción con ella antes. ¿Puede decirlo, por favor?
Sí.
So, the video that we're seeing, is that from the store?
No, that's from a bystander that was taking this as from
Does the
like
store
from the
have
parking
video?
lot. The store should have video, so I mean obviously, and actually you can see a camera right here on the top corner. So whether it's the camera that was at the business or the body worn cameras, which the officers should have turned on when they were engaging with ISIS, those are the types of evidence and videos that we would like to see. And from what we know, there could be other things that come up on the video, but it's fair to say that that's what the family deserves to get, and as well as the community, because right now this video is going viral, and one of the things that we want to caution the police is that if they want to continue that relationship with the community as well as transparency, then we should be able to get the chance, or the community should be able to get the chance to see the videos that they have already gotten a chance to see.
También la pregunta es,
So-
¿quiere saber cómo fue la llamada? ¿Para qué se les llamó a
de-
los oficiales? Y también que saben que ella anda en el área
Okay.
y ya los policías lo conocen.
One of the things that the family has also expressed to us is that she has had interactions with police in the area before, so they know who she is, they know, what her mental state is most of the time, or in the interactions that they've had with her. And then the other thing is that, ¿cuál es la otra cosa de?
De la llamada.
Oh, yes, in what manner was the call made? So when we say that, we're asking, was the call made to the actual sheriff's office, or was it made to the mental health unit? Because in other cases that we've handled, they get called to the mental health unit, but because of one thing or another, our actual law enforcement comes out, and that's one of the things that we would also like to get
I
clarity on.
missed the date when this actually happened.
¿Cuándo fue que pasó esto?
El 28.
28 de julio.
Sí.
So this happened
Miércoles.
on Wednesday, July 28th. So esto pasó el miércoles 28 de julio.
¿Y lo de la llamada lo puede decir en español?
So es importante, queremos también saber en la manera que se hizo la llamada, si se le habló a las personas de la salud mental o si fue una llamada de criminal que se hizo directamente a la oficina del alguacil.
César, ¿ella es beneficiaria de DACA?
Ella es elegible para DACA y es beneficiaria de DACA, pero ella, cuando sus hermanos trataron de llamarle para preguntarle si había renovado su DACA, ella dijo que sí ya lo había hecho, pero nos damos cuenta un tiempo después que ella efectivamente no lo hizo, pero creemos que fue también confusión de ella o de que a lo mejor pensó que ya lo había hecho o que se confundió que ya lo había hecho anteriormente. So she is a DACA beneficiary, she is a DACA recipient. When her sisters called her, it actually expired in January. When her sisters called her to ask her if she had done the renewal procedure, she said yes. So we fear that it was just their state of mind, that she thought, she was confused that she had already done it, even though she had done it in the past. And we came to find out a couple of months later that she was actually out of the program because her work permit had expired. And she's been with us since the program originated in 2012. And I was actually looking through her file. I found out that I was the first person to actually do her paperwork. So,
¿Y este caso podría afectarle?
este caso sí puede tener consecuencias migratorias para ella si es encontrada culpable de algo. So vamos a estar trabajando también con nuestro equipo de abogados para ver qué tipo de ayuda le podemos brindar. Aunque si se esclarece que, o si se ve que ella sí fue víctima de un crimen, también podría potencialmente aplicar para una visa U. So one of the things that she's been here doing her DACA with us since 2012. We have worked with her and her family on a variety of cases. And then the other thing what we fear also from this is if the charges do go through and she gets put in the criminal system, this could have immigration consequences for her. So we're going to be working with our team of attorneys to make sure that we get to the bottom of that as well, because we would not like to see her get deported if she shouldn't. So, and for a lot of people who fall into the system or who are diagnosed with mental health issues, this is one of the biggest issues that if they get put charges on them, this could potentially lead to a deportation for them.
So did you say bond had been set, or?
We don't know. The bond has not been set because she didn't show up to court, so they rescheduled her court for next Thursday. So ahorita todavía no se le ha puesto una fianza porque le movieron la corte para el próximo jueves.
¿Cómo se siente la familia al ver esto y que eso pudiera llevarla a una deportación a Honduras? ¿Cómo se sienten?
Indignados y tristes, también con mucho enojo, porque, o sea, no pensamos de que esto debió de haber pasado con ella, porque, o sea, es una mujer indefensa y la verdad queremos llegar hasta las últimas consecuencias y también queremos hacer un llamado a toda la comunidad para que por si tienen son víctimas o si tienen algún familiar que han sido víctimas de abuso policial, que lo reporten, que no se queden callados, porque si se quedan callados no los escuchan.
So, how do you feel after seeing this video? And we feel very sad, and we feel there's an indignation in us because we know that she was not a threatening person, and we ask that other community members who may have been victims or witnesses of acts like this that they come forward.
¿Sabes si los oficiales fueron suspendidos mientras se investigan?
¿Sabes si los oficiales?
Sí.
Yeah, so what we understand from right now is that the officers are on desk duty right now while it's being internally investigated. So una de las cosas que sabemos es que los oficiales sí están ahorita no suspendidos, pero sí están movidos de cargo en lo que se esclarece esta situación. Okay.
¿Cómo supieron que le arrestaron?
Por el video.
So how did you know that she was arrested and that they saw her on the video? Okay. All right. If there's no further questions, then we'll go ahead and wrap up, and thank you for coming.
I just have one question. So what is the status right now? They haven't been able to see her at all?
No, they have not been able to see her. Physically, they have not been able to see her or talk to her. No han hablado con ella tampoco, ¿verdad?
No.
So they haven't been able to talk to her or see her since this happened on Wednesday. So it's been now 2 days, and they don't know if they're asking to see her before the next court date, which is next Thursday.
So are you being told anything?
We
Or-
have not been told anything yet, so we're asking the sheriff's office to let the family know of the well-being of and we're also asking for them to clarify what the procedure is in these cases, because if I had a family member that was in the sheriff infirmary, I would be very worried about them too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, can
Damn.
sir,
César.
can you let that play? So I can-
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Shutt, thank you.
Let me just